All right, Copilot Cowork just rolled out in my tenant, and I want to see if it can do anything useful. And now I haven't used it yet. I clicked on it for like 3 seconds to make sure it was there, but that was it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to see if it can help me clean up my inbox. We're going to go add the agent. We're going to give it some simple or complex, I don't know, give it some instructions, and then let it go. Along the way, we're going to click the buttons, kind of figure out what all the pieces do, and just basically experience Copilot Cowork together. Very helpful, especially for those of you that don't have access to it yet or don't know if you want to invest time. So let's just jump onto my desktop and give it a go. Like seriously, what's the worst thing that can happen? It's gonna blow up. I'll delete the video. It'll be fine. Okay, so the first thing you need to do if you have it is you're gonna go here to all agents, and then you are going to search for Cowork. You're going to see Cowork Frontier. Remember, this is part of the Frontier program. So if you're not seeing it, right, like things you should be looking for, do you have an M365 Copilot license? I do. Is your tenant enrolled in the Frontier? Mine is. And are you in a region where this is available? I am, right? So there are pieces of the puzzle. So you might not have this today, but it's kind of been rolling out all week. And I think that if you're going to get it, it's there. If not, you might want to talk to your IT and make, hey, why don't we see this? And can they turn it on? Okay, so we're going to select that. When you select it, it's like, hey, you got to add it. So we're going to say add, and we probably should have read all that, but who cares, right? And then it jumps you in here. Now, the first time I tried this, I was getting this down here at the bottom, like a bunch of gray bars. And apparently if that happens, like the agent's still not working right in your tenant, I think they maybe worked out the bugs because it didn't work for the first 2 days for me, but today it looks good. So now the idea here of Cowork is that we can have it go and do tasks for us, not just, things that we've built, but we're just going to use some natural language, like, hey, do a thing for me. And really one of the things you might start with is just the examples. So like if we go here and say, organize my inbox, it puts in a prompt and you can see, like, the whole reason I like to do this is get an idea of like what the structure is that they found works well. And so it's like, hey, do these things for me and then triage them and then make some changes and then offer to review the last few days or weeks, right? So it's giving the agent, the Cowork, like a broad set of instructions. So if you're writing your own, that would be good. I don't want to do that though, right? We're not going to do one of their demos. We're going to do my own thing here in a second. If we go in here to research a company, like it even says, hey, if I don't provide you one, then ask me for one. So then, these prompts are pretty flexible. Like I really like the example prompts they give. So they're not generic. They feel well thought out. So kudos Microsoft. Okay, but we're not gonna do that one either. So what I want to try is, I don't know about you, but I get a lot of spam, a lot of marketing emails. So I wanted its help with that. So I wrote this earlier. I've not tried it, so I hope it works. Review my inbox looking for spam or marketing emails. Based on my interactions, make a list of the ones that would be best to unsubscribe from. Then we can refine the list together, right? Because I don't want it just to unsubscribe. I want it to ask me. And finally, you should do all the unsubscribing for me, like once I tell it what I want. So hopefully that's my intention. Now, before we hit go, there is the format text button here. So like you saw, the other one had bullet points. And so if you're trying to write, numbered steps, bulleted steps, you want to bold something, really get it out there, right? So you have that ability. We're not going to do that, we could. Add, so you can add different files into the mix, whether on your machine or files you're providing it. So imagine like, hey, here's the additional context, right? Like this could be, maybe it's a flow chart of what you want to do. Maybe it's the, nasty letter you got from the IRS, right? It's tax season. You want it to help you, go research and do whatever, right? Like you could give it whatever content. I don't know if you should take tax advice from it, but since taxes are on my mind, that's what came up. And then over here, finally, you can choose the model. And so, we know that, Sonnet and Opus both have different strengths. I believe Sonnet's a little bit faster. Opus is a little bit deeper thinking. I've just been leaving it on auto, or that's my first one, but I would just leave it on auto is what I meant to say. Okay. So that looks like all the fields there. So let's hit go or send and see what happens. And so here you can see, right? It's like, there's my instructions and it starts figuring out what it needs to do. So it has to create containers because it might need to go use a browser. It might need to log into my Outlook. Or in this case, it doesn't even log into my Outlook, right? Like it's creating containers to run and do its activities or its work in. So then now it's thinking a little bit more. I think we can expand that. And so then there you go. Over on the right, you're going to see a task pane of like all the things that it needs to do, where it's doing things, what it's pulling in, all of that fun stuff, right? So it's kind of giving you some different ways to keep tabs of what's going on. Because one of the best ways to kind of go forward with this right? Is we got to learn to trust it. And I think one of the best ways to get trust is for us to be able to verify. Now, while that's running, notice down here at the bottom, there is a stop button. So you can stop it in its tracks, right? Like if you're like, you went off on a bad tangent, which is nice because I've had that happen with other agents before. So we could stop it. There's our format, right? The other buttons are here. So really just to stop is new. Okay, and it looks like we could also be like, let's see, yeah. So if we wanted to say, hey, if we want to write the next set of instructions, we could queue those up. I'm not going to, but nice to know we could do that. I didn't realize that. And so here you can see it is pulling these in. Hopefully there's nothing embarrassing in my unsubscribe list. Look at that. So the CEO report is the most far by the noisiest. And that was really quick, right? I thought I was going to have to pause. I didn't. Interesting. So I didn't do that. I didn't find these newsletter senders, so got rid of those. And so then now, like, how do I feel about everything that's up here? Oh, look, the suggestion down there is pretty helpful as well, right? Let's do that. Okay, so say unsubscribe to Vistaprint and Dell Outlet. Leave the others, I guess, probably doesn't matter, alone for now. And so let's hit send here. Okay. So then now my understanding of what it's doing is it's going to use, basically computer use to be able to use a browser to click on the unsubscribe links in those and then go to those pages and then do whatever hoops they have jump in there. So there you go. It's grabbing one of the messages to do that now. Let's go ahead and just, since it found a message, let's hit thinking there. And so you can see like there's the preference and it looks like boom, 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 boom. And so now it's trying a little bit harder. Changing its approach. Oh, it kicked me out of there. So it's just going to go to the pages directly, it looks like. Interesting. So now it's going to use Bing to do its thing. All right, so here it is. Like, hey, Shane, I hit a limitation. Both contain unsubscribe links, but those links are personalized one-time URLs with security tokens embedded in the code. I can only read the visible text emails, not extract the actual link addresses. So I can't click through to complete the unsubscribe on your behalf. Boo! Do it yourself, 2-minute total. Open one email from each sender and click that. Create a inbox rule to automatically delete them. And so that would get rid of all the future ones. So let's just tell it I want to do it myself, right? So I will unsubscribe myself. You can give me the link to click or at least open emails. I don't know. Let's see what happens. I'm also curious over here. So output folder. Yep. So it didn't create anything. We didn't give anything. And then skills, right? So skills are where you can see it pull in additional stuff. So, we haven't encountered anything there. But I also, as I understand it, there's, Microsoft gives us a bunch of skills for working with different tools in their platform. But I believe you can even create your own skills. But clearly I haven't looked into that yet. So, all right. Here are the links to both of those. That does not seem clickable. Here we go. So the link here wasn't clickable, but in the thought process it is. So let's click on this one from the Vistaprint. All right, there you go. And if we go down here, there is my unsubscribe. And I do want to unsubscribe. So there you go. You guys get to see me make Vistaprint have a bad day. I'm sure they miss me. All right. So we won't do that for Dell, but I will after we hang up or after I stop recording. But this is the idea. I'm a little disappointed it couldn't do, the actual clicking for me. I know Copilot Task, which is kind of a version of this on the personal side, could even click the links for me. It actually literally unsubscribed me from some stuff. Like I kind of did a version of this on the personal side. It worked, but that's really easy. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's go back to that task, right? So we're from the Cowork. If we go back into here, and if we go down here, so let's just try saying something like, will you create me a Word document? I just want to see it output something. With all the unsubscribe recommendations you gave me earlier, including the link I can click myself. So let's see if this works. And while that's thinking, right? So we know we can start a new conversation up here. There are keyboard shortcuts. So that's interesting. They made those front and center, but all right, fair enough. There's the help. There's the send feedback. Now, one of the things I would remind all of you about this, right? Like, so the send feedback, if you hit this, give a compliment, report a problem, make a suggestion. I know a lot of people on the different Microsoft product teams, and all the ones that I know that have this feature, they read them. Every single one of them every single day. It's crazy. Right? I have multiple friends on the Power Apps team that read every one of these reports every day. So if you're having a problem, you don't like something, or you love something, like fill this out. They love feedback, believe it or not. But be positive. Don't be like, your product sucks. That would be bad. But, your product could have done X or Y better, right? You should have been able to click that link for me. Like, provide that as actual feedback. Humans read it. I know that we all think it's for not, but it really, I know too many people that do it. It really happens, right? Cancel that. So it is still working over here. So it hasn't created anything for me yet. Also, I'm pretty sure, right, we can leave, right? So I can go back over here to my list of tasks, and you can just see that it's running, so I don't have to sit there and stare at it the whole time. So that is good as well. So for first go, this is very interesting. I'm trying for the first time, so I don't know where I'm going to plug it in completely, but this is pretty cool. Actually, let's do one other thing real quick. Let's go here and say research a company. Okay. And remember, so one of the things it says, if I do not provide one, ask me which one and make a few suggestions. So we're going to hit go on this. And the reason I want to hit go is I want you to see another piece of the interface that my adventure didn't cause to flare up, but I know exists. And that is, it's going to create a little mini form experience for me to interact with. So when it's collecting information for me, sometimes it's, text. Sometimes it's like, hey, you need to choose A, B, or C, and it's going to have a way to generate an interface for that. So I want you to see that here in just a second. There you go. And so it's like, hey, you didn't give me a company, so do you want one of these guys? And so I can just literally hit this and say submit, and it would go. Or you can hit skip. Skip is gone. There's no way to get back to skip. Oh, you can escape to skip still. But in this case, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't have anything to research, right? But if it's asking you for things you don't know the answers to, sometimes maybe skipping might be a thing. But I wanted you to, kind of understand that, you have these little interfaces as well. Okay? I think these are great little ways to make this more productive. All right, here, let's go over to task. Right, once again, we'll leave that. Oh, look, it knows it needs my input, so a nice dashboard where things it's waiting on me. And this one here, if we go over, it looks like it is, your document is ready. And look at that. In my output folder is both a Word version and a PDF. And if we click on open folder in OneDrive, all right, so documents, Cowork, sessions, and then I guess that's the session ID and then the output. So it's putting the files in, our OneDrive, so we're not going to just lose them. And if let's just open this up and see what it actually produced. So there you go. And then that is the link to the different emails for each one. That's pretty awesome, right? For a first go, remember this is Frontier, right? Oh, there you go. It also pulled out the skills for Word, so you can see that it added that itself. And it did make me authenticate. I kind of thought with skills it would make me authenticate. It did not. So, but yeah, Copilot Cowork. First look, kind of cool. I look forward to trying it out, right? I think for me, it is I'm going to first start with probably email triage of some sort, right? So unsubscribing, super helpful. But I also think the organizing my inbox. I know I've had other customers ask hey, what go through, they asked me for this feature before Cowork existed. They wanted to go look at their emails from last week and find all the customer emails they didn't respond to. I feel like these are the type of things that we're going to expect out of Cowork. So questions, thoughts, ideas. What have you built with it? What are you doing with it? Maybe you inspire others with your ideas in the comments of, hey, here are scenarios that you've tried that didn't work, or here are scenarios that you tried that did work. But Copilot, hard for me to say, Cowork is super interesting. All right, with that, I'm going to say thanks and have a great day.